It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host, Ben, and let's dive in. So, right away today, Bitcoin is looking pretty decent. It actually crossed over the 50-day on the 4-hour, the 20-day it did right here, and it's trying to push over the 100-day. It's up at this 37,000 area. Bitcoin holding up as of now and looking like it may start turning bullish again, which is not what I was expecting. Still a little too early to tell on this, but the surprising thing is that Bitcoin is holding up so well while the rest of the crypto markets have been dropping. Like looking at the side here, we got ICP that's only at 0.15%. On the 4-hour, you can see it's been going down pretty much non-stop here, and it's only up basically just getting a little buy and bounce right around this 58.5 area. So it is very low on the RSI, so it could be potential buying opportunity. So looking at Ethereum, it has now turned downwards and is pretty bearish on the 4-hour chart. But you can see on the daily where Ethereum has crossed over the 50-day even more from last night. And it's still trying to hold right near this 100-day moving average and this kind of little bit of support area right here at 2300. It is down on the trend line, so we may see a bounce off of this trend line. And I actually am expecting a bounce off of this trend line to see it get back over the 100-day and push up, especially if Bitcoin goes bullish. I don't see Bitcoin going bullish and the rest of the market not turning bullish as well. Ethereum, even though it's looking like it's turning bearish, is still close enough to where it could turn around and have a trend reversal. So I'm not concerned about Ethereum yet, but if it starts dropping to these previous lows here the last couple of weeks we've seen, then I would start being concerned. But you can see this trend line's held up the entire time right here, this big thick green one. Even when it had those drops, it got bought back up and pushed above it. Dogecoin has taken a little bit of a beating today. It was rebounding nicely, getting up to that 36, 38 area. Got rejected off of the 20-day there on the daily chart. And the 20 is pointing down. So if that 20 crosses over the 50, Dogecoin could start going real bearish again. Looking at it on the 4-hour, you can see it's bearish here as well under all the EMAs. So Dogecoin's not looking great. But this little bit of support right through here, this 32 area, is trying to hold. If it cracks that 32, it'll definitely test 30. But if it cracks 30, I would expect it back down to 25 cents. So if you're a doger, you want to be watching Dogecoin very close the next couple of days to see what it's going to do. And Ethereum Classic doing kind of the same thing on the 4-hour, looking pretty bearish. It basically looks like the altcoins that were kind of following Ethereum are all having a pullback today, and maybe we'll see the altcoins that follow Bitcoin have a push up. But I haven't looked at the charts. This is the first time I'm looking today. Coinbase did add another token. There may be more than one, but I just noticed AMP yesterday, and there's not much information because it just came out on the Coinbase chart. But this coin was really good for scalping, and I was scalping this thing last night through these rips. I caught it all the way up to the 10 cent on multiple plays. You can see right here all of the different orders last night where I was trading AMP. I traded this thing a ton last night. Just kept scalping and scalping and scalping. And you can see right here from the bottom, I'm not going to go through all these trades because there's a lot of scalping. Probably made about $100 at one point. I was up $300. I should have called it a night, but I was having too much fun. You can see all these entries down here. I had about 5,000 of them right there at 6.9 and 7. And then I sold a bunch at 9, sold some at 8. I got back in there at 8.7, sold some at 9.2, sold some at 9. If you look at it on the 5-minute chart, if you're buying 5,000 or 10,000 or even 20,000 of these coins at this price, and it runs from 6.5 cents up to over 7.5 cents. That's a whole penny rip. A penny rip on this cheap of a coin, when you have a whole lot of those coins, say 5,000, well, that penny move would be $50. So you can get $20 to $100 just off of half penny and penny rips, and that's what I was doing scalping. But you can see multiple times just here recently on the 5-minute where there was plenty of plays. So a lot of volatility on this coin right now, and it is great for scalping. So TRB actually dropping pretty low on the 4-hour chart, down to that 44 area. It is very undersold right now. The last time when it had the big drop, it got down to 34. But you can see it's way off of this 20-day, so there's at least room for a rebound. And I also don't think this one is completely done yet. It is very bearish now on the daily chart below the 200, but if that 20-day can hold above the 200, then we can see it come back up and bounce. 200 is very strong, and you can see right through here where it's held up that 200 pretty well. Cardano coming all the way down to this 100-day. I'll probably pick up some more here in this 142 area. I like this area. And if it drops any lower towards that 200, I'll definitely be picking some up there as well. But, you know, this is still pretty bullish. It's just riding up the 100-day right now, as long as it holds. Polygon Matic is starting to pull back quite a bit here. It's trying to hold this $1.25 area, and it might hold that area, but the EMAs are still where they need to be. The 20-day is pointing downwards, but if it can bounce off of 125, I think Matic will go bullish again. Now, StormX is one that I've talked about, and I don't know if I told you guys yet or not, but I am staking StormX through the StormX app. You can check that out. I'll put a link for StormX in the description. You do have to have a MetaMask wallet or a safe wallet to stake StormX with the StormX app, but you get that 12.5%. And I'm fine with StormX. The price has not really moved much since I've been in it, so that's nice that it's not dipping real crazy, and it's just sitting there gaining that interest. It could drop soon, but it did just have a pretty decent rebound and got almost up to that 3-cent area. So I think StormX has been undersold for a while now, but I'm expecting with it holding this support up, we should start seeing it bounce up again soon. Very cheap coin. You can buy a lot of them, earn that 12.5%. If StormX ever gets over 10 cents and gets up to like 25, 50 cents, and you've been staking a bunch of this cheap thing, you know, it's only 2 pennies a coin, then you can make some really big gains off of that. So, I mean, it could drop to 0. Since before the big rip, back here it was down, it was less than a penny, but we've not seen it even close to a penny yet. We're still in this 2-1, and even when it dropped there, it just dropped to a penny and a half. So, I like it a lot. There's not a lot of risk to go into this, because it can only go to 0, but the ceiling is unlimited. And this is the last token I'm going to cover today, and this is Scale, the Skale Network. It is still holding up this area right here of support, this 28 area, but it is right on it. This could be a good buying opportunity on Scale, but looking at the 4-hour, all the EMAs are pointing down currently. And then even going to the daily chart, you can see where the 50 just crossed over the 100. So it looks like Scale is going to go very bearish and could sell off if it cracks this 28-cent line, and probably go back down to 19, 20, something right there. Yeah, probably about 20 cents there. And then if it cracks that, the bottom may be maybe 10 cents or even lower, but we'll see. So let me know your thoughts about some of these tokens, and let me know if there's any tokens that I'm not currently covering that you would like me to cover, and leave it in the comments below. The video directions for the giveaway is right around the corner. Be on the lookout for that. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Till next time.